Yeah. Yeah. Ouch. Ouch. Ooh. Let's do it. Pra, pra, pra. You gotta put. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidas and bienvenides. Because now we gotta be inclusive and shit. You know? Buenos días. I mean, buenas tardes. I'm sorry. You know. Your girl's been bendición, bendición, bendición. Your girl's been working all day, baby. Trabajando, laborando en la labor. Working all day. Spreading light and rainbow farts. Okay? No, seriously, let me stop playing. Thank you so much for being here. I love and I appreciate you. Let me pull my guest right in because she in here already. Give me a second. We have a lot to cover. Oh, I forgot to grab my sake. I got some sake. Somebody gifted me some sake when we was in New York. Mi hermana, bendición, mi hermana, mi prima, mi familia, mi cosa bella,
todo eso con un poquito de azúcar.
Y todo lo demás, coño. So,
¿Cómo está? How's everybody doing? Hello.
Everything good. Thank you so much, first of all, for saying yes to this request. I appreciate you because I know I'm a little bit of a bully. I'm known for bullying people. I'm known for bullying people out of their comfort zone. Like,
absolutely right.
So my apologies if my approach is a little, how I call it, aggressive. So, okay, I want you to please let my followers know who are you, what you do. Don't be shy. No te hagas la humilde ni un carajo. Déjale saber quién tú eres. Déjale saber que tú eres una paparúa cubana que a ti te da igual. Sorry. Let me collect myself. I'm sorry. You don't do lives with beautiful Black Cuban women every day. Like this is luxury right here. So come on. Anyway, let them know. Let them know who you be.
Ay, no me hagas reír que tú. Espérate un momentico. Humilde no, pero gracias. Yo, I give you the like I'm honored to be here because I'm like on the other side. I normally am like interviewing people and actually like bullying people just like you to get out of their comfort zone. So now you got me in that space and I'm like, ah! So thank you. My name is Miladies. I am a Cuban parent raised, New York, Harlem raised woman who has been serving the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, all 5 boroughs for the last 20 years through community services such as fitness. I'm a self-taught astrologer. I do a lot of reading by myself, so teach myself a lot of things. One of the reasons why Madre brought me here was to speak about astrology, and that's a passion of mine since I was 5 years old. So I was really like honored, a little bit nervous because I normally do it, you know, quietly on my YouTube channel. She's like, no, you're coming on now. So thank you.
You see people repping for Harlem and Harlem in the house.
Yes.
People repping for Harlem. Okay. All right. So what am I drinking? My water is here. Oh, you see?
That extra water cup that you have, right?
Extra water cup that's empty. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about because it's a lot going on. We just hit pre-shadow or the shadow period of Mercury retrograde.
Absolutely.
Mercury is the last retrograde of the year that's bringing us into the new Gregorian calendar year.
Absolutely.
So please, Sensei,
Say something. Say something.
teach me your ways.
Yes.
What's going on?
Good. All
Please.
right. So before we start, I want you guys to really get a little gist of how the houses, the planets, and the sign work, so you can like roll with me as we talk about Mercury retrograde. So when you think about the house, you think about the area of your life. So there's 12 houses, is the area of your life. So when Mercury is in your personal chart transiting, meaning it's just passing by, you have to see what area of your life it is. So it's going to hit Madre different than it's going to hit me. So you want to make sure that you look for that. And then you also want to look for the sign, which is obviously is going to be in Capricorn. So if it's in Capricorn, what characteristics does Capricorn have? And obviously we know Capricorn has his good aspects and his aspects that you got to watch out for, which is like making sure that you attack your finances. So having Mercury, which is about our mind, right? Mercury ruling Gemini. So when you rethink your finances coming into the new year, what are you going to plan? The main important thing is at 1 degree. So there's degrees in the zodiac that can drive you crazy. So I'm not going to drive you guys crazy.
No,
but
please, no.
So with the 1 degree is like that first step. So coming into the new year, what is the first step towards your finances? What is the first step towards restructuring your home? That first foundation. But we're starting like really from scratch. Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008. And that was when the market crashed. So our finances has kind of been very rocky since then. And it's been picking up and dropping down. So now that it's almost leaving Capricorn, what are your last thoughts on how you've been working on your finances? If you need assistance, this is the time to get it. Don't try to act like you're pretty with some chips. You can, but have that expert next to you.
Crazy? You know what's crazy? Spirit and everything is connected, because most of my prediction readings, for those of you that haven't booked yours, go ahead and book it, because spirit be speaking. Most of my prediction readings, one common theme that has for a lot of people is get your finances in order, because you're gonna need those finances in order by the end of the year or sometime next the 2024. But get your finances in order now. Start with the paperwork now. Get your your credit score right, your credit right. Get your tax return papers done right. So it's spirits be speaking.
Yes,
Okay, keep
yes.
going. Keep
And
going.
so you really have to like tap in. Capricorn has 5 energies when we enter into the new year. It has the sun, the moon. Oh, well, the moon is going to be now towards the end. I'm sorry, I just did the Capricorn new moon video. Sorry. The moon is going to be on the 23rd. So that new moon is going to be connecting with that Mercury retrograde. So you guys want to look at that new moon also is coming in with that energy of understanding what we're going to start off. So just really tap into everything that Capricorn is giving you. It's giving you Mercury, it's giving you Venus, it's giving you Pluto, the sun, and the moon. That's a lot going on. So that really, some of us are going to be in hermit mode. Do it. It doesn't matter, because you need to, sorry, your friend may not be able to help you with finances, but go into the group that's going to help you get your taxes together. Don't be scared. You got all the energy that you need. So that's really the big thing that's happening right now as we end the new year. I mean, the old year.
Yeah. Okay, so let's stop right here, because people be coming in and out. Now that we have this many people watching us, let people know where they can find you on YouTube, because you just mentioned that you made a video about something. So where can they find you on YouTube? Where can they find you on TikTok? Like, let them know where you be.
It's real simple. My name on all social media is Galactic Hood Buddha, and you guys can, Madre just put the video up, and she tagged me in her video. And also, if you want me to spell it out, it's pretty long. I could type it in, but it's Galactic Hood Buddha. If you can remember Hood Buddha, you can find me. And it's all social medias. on YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. So it's simple.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. So other than an amazing astrologer, for what I can see, self-thought, that takes a lot. Like, props to you. Um, you are an amazing espiritista. I have to put it out there and I have to let everybody know because it is what it is. I need to push her right out. Like, really, I have a little bit more work to do with her
Oh
because
my God.
she acting all shy and stuff. But she's a great espiritista. Tiene tremenda medio unidad. Se lo estoy diciendo de verdad, de corazón. Tiene tremenda medio unidad. Que Dios la bendiga y que los espíritus te sigan. Luz y progreso para esos espíritus que caminan contigo.
Gracias.
So, mijita, let's talk about this Venus. Porque tú sabes, I'm Libra. I'm a child of Venus. I necesito a little bit of guidance of what's going on with Venus right now, what's going on with my mother, so I can go ahead and get it together.
So that part right there. So Venus is in Capricorn right now, right? And it's really tapping into that aspect as well. So Venus is not coming out here to play. It's not playtime. You know, you can get cute if you want while you walk into the bank to figure out how much money you got left, okay? So it's more of, if you think about Capricorn, it's a feminine sign, right? And Capricorn is also a cardinal. So cardinal is an initiator. So it initiates action, material. Capricorn is an earth sign. So think about those little words as you think about Venus. Venus is wanting to create a foundation when it comes to your home, changing your feng shui. If you're not into feng shui, you may be getting into feng shui, and so that is going to help you out to figure out the energy. I remember Madre just finished telling me earlier this week to shift some stuff in your apartment so that you can manifest the things that you want. That's part of that Venus energy. Venus wants that beauty. So if you've been thinking about redecorating, that Capricorn energy is going to bring that organization. It's not necessarily tapping into relationships, besides the fact that it's maybe releasing that energy. Capricorn is straightforward. It's like you in or you not, you know?
I'm an amateur in astrology. I do not call myself an astrologer at all, but I love astrology. I love moving with the stars. I love moving with the moon. To me, Venus in Capricorn is hypergamous energy, meaning date up, not down. Somebody that's already financially stable so that it can help you get to where you want to get. To me, this energy of Venus in Capricorn is giving sugar daddy vibe. It's giving, it's giving, yeah, you got to make sure that whoever you're dating or whoever is in this, there is nothing wrong with making sure that whoever you're dating and whoever is in your life can help you elevate. It's nothing wrong with that. So we can both laugh together on the way to the bank.
Yeah,
we can
exactly.
both love each other on the way to the bank.
And again, it's like really tapping into that self-worth as well, like you mentioned, and making sure that you align yourself with what you truly want to bring in. So that means doing it you first so that you can be able to attract that energy coming to you. So really working with, if you work with magic, a lot of money magic.
Money magic. Yeah. Venus in Capricorn is money magic. And it's going to be in Capricorn until when?
It's until, if I'm not mistaken, in January 7th or 9th. It's not a long period, so it's really going to be there for the next 2 or 3 weeks. It's very short, so take it. That's the thing about astrology. It's in and out with these personal planets. The outer planets, which is like Saturn and Pluto, they take longer, but Venus, they roll, go. So
quick.
You got to like hop on it. And what's beautiful about it is that those aspects with Venus doesn't come back around. So you will, even though it may get in Capricorn again, it's not going to be the same energy. So just take advantage of that. Study yourself. This is all for you. Study yourself.
Yeah. So talking about outer planets and planets that move slower and that affect us longer, can we talk about next year and whoever is moving slow, Mr. Pluto? All respects to you, sir. Mr. Pluto and everybody, please let us know.
All right.
Please let us know.
This one is going to be a little bit interesting because I am going to go back a little bit in time and coming back. So I am going to talk a little bit about when the last time Pluto was actually in Aquarius. So I have my notes here. So if you see me looking down, it's because it's a lot.
Go ahead.
But all right, so just Pluto, the planet itself. Remember, a planet is the experience. So we're experiencing each planet. So when Pluto comes around, whether we like it or not, it's coming in with a bulldozer, disrupting whatever it is that we got going on. It doesn't matter what you got going on. I'm sorry. It's gonna rebuild it and it's gonna make it better. But it's hurtful. Think about what Scorpios go through, right?
Deep shit.
Deep. So
there is nothing surface level with Scorpio. You gotta go, it's holocum. You gotta go deep to the bottom and it's gonna pull everything out. Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
what's been happening since 2008. Capricorn, Pluto has been in Capricorn, disrupting. You can see that with the government aspect, right? Because it's going in Capricorn rules the 10th house, and the 10th house is your reputation. So some of our reputations may have been knocked down a little bit. Some of our reputations since 2008. So I know maybe some of us don't want to remember some stuff, but go back and see remember the house. What house is Capricorn in? What house is Pluto in? And how has your life been changing? This is like that retrograde for yourself. And so now Pluto is going to do this. It's like we're going to play with this energy and pull it back. It's going to go in Aquarius, but it's going to do that between 2023, 2024. It's going to go in and out of Aquarius, but it's going to stay at 0 degrees. And that's where we don't know what the bleep is going to happen, but we know that something huge is going to happen because it takes Pluto.
Oh, it's okay to curse in this channel, in my house. We got sailor potty mouth.
All right, good.
So if you need to curse, you can.
You know,
nobody's gonna judge you
here. Respecting all the elders. We don't know what the fuck is gonna go on because Aquarius is that I don't give a fuck. I'm about the collective energy. Aquarius doesn't really want to be next to you, but we got to see what's the bigger picture, right? And then you think about Aquarius, it's kind of ruled, it's ruled by Uranus, Uranus, whichever one.
Your anal. Sorry.
And Uranus is the unexpected planet. It's like coming in, it's going to do something and it's going to leave and you're just going to be stuck like, what the just happened, you know? So if you think about it, and Pluto, the planet of destruction, is going into Aquarius. It's going to go into Aquarius the beginning of March. So it's already going to, like the first 3 months, we're going to experience a lot of energy. But the happy part about that is once January 23rd hits, we have until like April 21st to play around. There's no retrograde planet, so we got time to move forward. So keep those things in mind. But by March 23rd is going to go into Aquarius. And so what area in your life, you have to figure that out. What's going to happen, we have to wait and see. So that's the part of astrology. We can bring in the energy, but you're the master of this creation. So you being the master of this creation, you can then know what's going to be disruptive. Once it hits 2024, it's going to stay in Aquarius for 20 years. I know. Okay. It's like 20 years. Cricket, because it's a long time. It's like we're getting scrubbed. The energy is getting scrubbed.
Restructuring things. One thing I've learned is that it's not to be afraid of the planets and the changes, but to be aware. Awareness and fear is two different things. So to be aware so that I can either ride the energies or try to do the best to alleviate and appease the energies. And I learned that from Vedic astrology. In Vedic astrology, they have like rituals and everything for Saturn. Like they venerate the planets like gods. And, you know, and they just make the best out of, you know, they appease Saturn so you have good luck. And they appease, you know, so karma doesn't hit you that bad. And they appease Jupiter so the money flows. And they, you know, so I've learned not to be afraid because now Mercury is going retrograde and people are losing their pins. Oh my God, Mercury is going retrograde. We all about, come on, stop. Sit down, because retrograde is all about reassess, rethink, reschedule.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Recharge, like, you know. So it's this fear. And wait, I'd be sarcastic as hell, because right now I'm saying this and then tomorrow I'm posting a meme and people taking it like, oh my god. But it's like, you should know me by now.
Right.
I'm sarcastic as hell. I will post memes and shit like that. I will make fun of the situation, but it's not because I'm trying to have this fear mongery and this, you know, fear based. No, not at all. Not at all.
And I agree. I agree with you. One thing that's going to change is social media. Aquarius is about the internet. The last time when the .com came out in 1994, that's when Uranus was in Taurus, which is what's happening right now. So, I mean, you know, YouTube might not be YouTube in another 3 to 5 years, you know, Instagram. So, like, what I would suggest right now is to get super hip with the changes. Like, don't stay stagnant. Start, if you're a business owner, really start branching out. Get out of your comfort zone. Thank you, Melody. Get out of your comfort zone and really be in the space of testing things out. Finding your, you know, your viewers in other spaces, because there's a lot of new technology, new apps, and things that are coming out. So really pay attention to that.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm laughing at Dr. Afi's comment. So so you know what's it's crazy you say that, because I had this revelation and it came up in a reading today that this whole word of mouth shit, I'm sorry, but the elders need to get caught up. The elders, our elders, need to get caught up, because technology is not going anywhere. And right now, what we are having is a generational gap and problems with generational stuff. The elders are looking at us like, you crazy because you're doing readings via Zoom. Yet they get mad because we have the flow of clients coming to us and they getting dry. So now they want to look at us like, oh, you think you old that? No, I don't think I'm old that. I just got with the times. Because the reality is, spirit is the original Wi-Fi. Let's just start by saying that.
On my body. Come on. Yes.
Spirit is the original Wi-Fi. And spirit evolves. A lot of our elders, and they are stuck in always, and they don't want to get out of those always, and they might die down like the dinosaurs, because it is what it is. You have to get with the time. You have to get with the time. That whole word of mouth is great, but word of mouth is not giving. Not in 2022. Not in 2023. Definitely not in 2024. So the elders need to get with the program, or at least let us keep getting with the program and stop giving us a hard time about it.
That I agree. Yeah.
You know, so soon, I'm swear to God, soon a church, instead of tithes with cash, they would just go around with a QR code, like clink, 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 scan and give your tithe. Offerings, tithes and offerings.
I remember
And
when they had put some ATM machines in the when they started putting ATM machines in churches and stuff. But that's how,
people
like,
don't.
A lot of the language is being lost because the elders are, you know, somewhat gatekeeping a lot of the stuff that needs to be put out there, and everything is going in a capsule at some point. It's going to be in a little capsule. You're going to throw it. You're going to catch it. So, you know, what are we going to do? We're going to keep losing our traditions. We have
to get with the program. We have to get with the programs. Okay, because soon we're gonna have freaking teleportation on flying cars.
Another thing is we're gonna be getting a lot of downloads with this Pluto and Aquarius, and that really talks about a lot of crazy ideas. Don't stop yourself. It's like you get in this weird. You might be the first one. I mean, it's that time. You might be that little bit of Einstein up in this biatch. You feel me? And you sit there and you create that. You create that invention. Talk to somebody. Just don't think that what's coming to your mind is crazy, because it might just be for the regular person, but 10, 15 years from now is not. So just write, and really tap in.
Yeah. So what else can we expect from Daddy Pluto? What else can we expect from our daddy over there? Because I think
So
I'm gonna have to sit down with somebody that study Vedic astrology and let me know what God is Daddy Pluto synchronized with, and I'm gonna give whatever offering that God require, because I'm not trying to get my ass whooped.
no, yeah, you gotta get ready. And it really is because it's rebirth. So even though it's gonna go slow, it's gonna end up giving you rewards. So if you're still down with the program, you'll end up reaping what you sow. But you have to realize what you're letting go of, right? And Aquarius is also about unity. It's about creating that group and community. So although yes, things are going to be going internet mainstream, it's that basic community what Madre just did coming to New York, and just planting out communities and really branching out to places that you've never been before, because it's time to like really branch out. If you think about nomads, we're going back to that space. We're going back to back in the days, trading and things like that. Like it's really happening. It's just like it's kind of hard for us to be like 30s and 40s and thinking these things are happening to us. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah, I don't know, like you mentioned, this idea of me going to different cities and bringing my event to different cities instead of expecting people to come to me. you know, that was born, years ago. I mean, before the pandemic. But I guess Pluto was getting me ready for all the changes, because I understand, I'm like, for me to go to one city, even if I go with my kids, it's only 3 of us traveling. For people to come here and then accommodation and then this and then that, da, 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 da. So whatever city. And then my biggest goal was, sorry, I'm trying to read the messages as I'm talking. So my biggest goal was to, one, get my followers out of the phone and see them in real person, to see who was behind the phone. That was one. Create some type of spiritual community, because a lot of the people that are coming into these spiritual spaces and embracing ATR, they are transitioning from Christianity. And one thing they're missing is fellowship, because in Christianity, they have fellowship every Sunday, every Tuesday, prayer meetings and stuff like that. But they don't have that when it comes to ATRs, especially if they don't belong to an Ile or a Munanso. And then I wanted to create community that people can tap back into when I'm not in that city anymore. So when you come to my events, you have somebody that cater locally, that you can call her or him for your events in that city. You have local readers. I use a local space, most likely a witchy space. So oh, now you can come here and you can find community here. So I'm just glad for the work, and that's how I met you.
Exactly.
That's how, I mean, we actually connected over July 11th.
Yes.
Okay, right? So we actually connected over July 11th, and then we continue, and then I had the honor to meet you in person this last Witches and Wine in New York. So I'm so glad. Somebody asked if you teach astrology. So go ahead, girl.
Yes, I'm actually if you send me your email and my DM, I have a course coming up. It's a mini course. It's a 4-week course I like, because I'm from Harlem. I kind of like bring it down to the level of understanding, because honestly, astrology is a never-ending like it's a course that's for life. If you're still alive, you're gonna study astrology. I've been studying it since I was 5. And first, it was just looking at the stars with my uncle, and after that, it was books that my sisters would, my sisters and my family will buy me. But for the most part, it was a self-study. And Spirit was like, no more self-study. Like, you gotta bring it out there. And, like, I'm obsessed with it. Like, I really am. So yes, I do. And send me your email, and I'll get you to that.
Okay, awesome. So you do have, is that course pre-recorded already for whoever wants to take it?
No, what's gonna happen is there's gonna be a course that's gonna go live twice next year. So that way, I like interaction, pre-recording sometimes, and I have the energy for that to like have, because there's a lot of questions with astrology, and pre-recording is cool, but for the most part, I feel like the interaction can get you. It's like school, como estamos en la escuela. Get your piece of paper, write things down, get your chart, let's do it together type of interaction. So
yeah. Okay. So awesome. So whoever is interested in astrology can see you. How about reading birth charts for people? Do you offer that service?
Yes, I have that that's in my link in my bio. I do either 3 months of with the transit. So your natal chart is the snapshot of when you was born. Awesome. What's happening next is that the planet still goes on as you stay still. So this transiting that's happening is what I read for you, so you can know what to expect for the next couple of months, to give you that experience so that you can jump into the characters if you want in that area of your life, or if you just want to see if it plays out. Most times you're already tapping in, but I mean, if you can know what's happening again with Pluto and Aquarius, you can prepare yourself for that, and now you know what you want to target, and the planets is now elevating you, because this is like the push. It's like, here's, you're a baby. Are you gonna tap in? Go.
Yeah, I love transit readings. I love transit readings because I'd be like, okay, so when should I launch this business? And the transit tells me exactly when. So when should I go out and look for love? Oh, this day your transit's looking great to find a man. Okay, awesome. So so that, I love that. And I love pairing astrology. I love the pairing of astrology with tarot. To me, it makes it more richer.
Yes.
You know.
So I do all of that. You guys can find it in the link in my bio. I do have that. I send the video to you so that you can go back to it, because if you're doing for the month, you want to go back and see it before the month actually comes up and things like that.
So I guess I have to book a transit reading with you, because I need to find out when should I go to California, according to Afi. I know 2023, sometime in 2023, we're going to do these. So,
listen,
so
there's
I
a
have
gap
to.
where everything is a goal. So I'm telling you guys, from January 23rd to April 21st, plan hard, like go hard, because Saturn is nothing is stopping us. And I feel like we've been getting hit with a lot of retrogrades, or just a small period of time to launch, or there's a retrograde, no retrograde, retrograde, no retrograde. So again, like Madre said, a retrograde is to review that specific area of your life. So right now, from that time, is not a lot of reviewing. It's go time. We did the review.
Okay. So, okay, you said from January 23rd to April
21st.
Oh, so that is the time that we need to. Okay, that falls right where that falls right where I'm having my spiritual retreat in Costa Rica. So I hope to see you guys there, doing the most, living your best life.
Ooh,
coming out there in nature.
Wow. Yes.
So yes, yes, in March, at the end of March, we're having a spiritual retreat in Costa Rica. So I hope to see a lot of your faces there, because it's about to be little like a motherfucking titty, and we're about to elevate. It's elevation.
And Costa Rica there's no games over there. There's no games in Costa Rica.
No, we are so blessed that we were able to tap into one of the blue zones in the whole planet, one of the blue zones that's in Costa Rica, and it's a private resort. So there won't be like a whole bunch of strangers and we trying to do yoga and ancestral veneration and stuff like that. No, it's just us. Whoever comes to the retreat is just for us. We have the waterfalls, we have the ocean, fresh fruits. Dios mío, the hot springs. We have the natural hot springs too, to go there and a depurar, hacer obras con Yemayá en el mar, hacer obras con Mamachola, con tú sabes, Mamachola en el río.
Todo el mundo activando.
So it's that whole activation, learn to love our bodies through. I'm so grateful for amazing Just Bree. She's like so great, and she's very knowledgeable on international retreats. I've never done one. It's my first one, but I'm so glad that I have her to hold me by the hand and through the whole process. So
that's what I'm talking about. That expert. Your ego didn't say, no, I could do this by myself. You got an expert to do this because you see your vision. This is exactly what that Capricorn energy is. Some of us tap into it early, some of us tap into it on time, and some of us catch it a little bit. We're all different, but exactly what I'm getting chills. Exactly what you just did is what it means to call out an expert and get out your own way to be able to like serve.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm grateful. Look, my Saturn return hit me really, really hard. Like my Saturn return was chaotic time for me because I was fighting the change and I was fighting a lot of things. Like my whole life crumbled down in front of my eyes. Everything I knew to be secure and safe was gone. Like it was a lot. And it was a ego death for me. Saturn return was ego death for me, slaying my ego, Kalima style. Ra, me cortó la cabeza. Yes. And one of the things I learned, and I'm still working on it, I'm a work in progress, right? It's okay to ask for help. I don't need to be superwoman. I don't need to be superwoman. And I am not too good to ask for help or ask questions to somebody else. If it's something I don't know, it's okay for me to reach out to someone and be like, hey, can you help me with this and that? And in my book, I'm like, I'm not better than nobody. Everybody's gifted. Everyone is gifted. One thing I realized in that misa that we had in New York, I just sat there and to me was like, damn, I'm so honored to be sitting in this room with so many gifted women. Like, it was a humbling moment for me. I'm like, wow. It was just beautiful. You know? So
I'm gonna just give y'all one last thing to think about.
No, keep giving us. Keep giving us. We want more.
All of the beauty about the Mercury, I mean, just the Mercury retrogrades alone, they're all going to be in earth signs for like the rest of the year. So that's something to think about as well. Like so it's going to be in Capricorn and Taurus and Virgo. Then in December, it's going to be in Sagittarius and going into Capricorn, but not so long in Sagittarius. So that really then, again, this next year in 2023, Mercury retrograde is not about that whole relationship. It's about what you just said, our physical, working on our physical. It's a lot of grounding. It's like, get back into your body. 2020 had us out of our body. 2021 had us flying. 2022 had us not fucking with nobody. 2023 is getting back into your body, getting back into that physically. Even if you do breath work, if you do yoga, whatever it is that you like to do, get back into your body, get back into Mama Pacha, touch the ground, feed the earth, whatever it is that you need to do, because that's what that next year is all about, grounding.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So with that, in other words, you're telling me I need to get back into the gym.
Do the bare minimum. I'm a lazy fitness instructor. Do the bare minimum. The bare minimum means 10 minutes a day. If you could pee for 10 minutes or sit in the toilet for 10 minutes and look at Instagram, you can get up and do 1 minute of 10 exercises that you like, and that's it. Literally. YouTube ain't never steer nobody wrong. Go pick. There's a bunch of people. There's the boring people, the happy people, the too jolly people. Go. They got you.
I think I'm just gonna take a pole dancing class.
Listen,
it sounds more sexy. It sounds more Venus.
Yes, and upper body strength, bringing in the core. All right, flexing the thighs. That's all in there.
I think that resonates with me better than being on a treadmill. Nah.
Do what
Give
you
me
love,
sexy. Give me sexy.
but get physical. Do what you love, but get physical. Take a sexy class, whatever it is. Don't. It was always said that if it feels like a chore, don't do it.
Okay, so something that I'm okay, dancing is a good thing too, right?
Lo sábados, pinkity, pink.
Ra, salsa, dale que tú sabes, ra. Okay, teteo, reggaetón, teteo. Te reparto.
Dale.
Okay, so get back into our bodies, muévelo, que sabroso. Oh, that also gonna help us align the chakras.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
Yeah. And working with the root chakra is important. If you don't want to think about the root chakra, I'm gonna catch you right here. When your back hurts, that's your root chakra. When your knees hurt, that's your root chakra. So that has to do with your stability, your foundation. That has to do with your money. So when your back is hurting, at this, I'm not going to go into it, but there's different levels of your back that describes what area of your life you're having some type of concerns with. It's not an issue because you can always shift it. But the lower back definitely has to do with your root chakra, your foundation, your stability. If you're in a plan of moving, you can feel insecure about where you're gonna go next, who you're gonna go meet, who's your community. All of that taps into that. So really satisfy the ego by having a list. This is what the next 3 months is gonna look like. Forget about the next 6 months and talk what the next 3 months is gonna look like.
Okay. So it will pay off to move slow like Pluto next year. Not try to do too much, like move very slow and analyze things carefully and have a plan. That's what you're saying, in other
Absolutely,
words.
because it's all earth energy. Earth energy, honestly, is the material world is slow as fuck.
Okay.
Taurus,
Okay.
think about how Taurus moves. Think about Capricorn. Yeah, everything is slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I gotta calm my ass down.
But with class,
I was already trying to do too damn much.
Class, because Earth energy is, like you said, it's class. It's leveling it up. So it's getting back into that self-worth, stepping back into that body, you know?
Okay, so I should put down, I should put like a self-love challenge, something like that for my girl.
And I normally put out a self-care calendar every month. It's a free self-care calendar you can tap into. Yes, I do fill up the whole month, but you don't have to do the whole month. Each month is categorized. On Wednesdays, we do something for to eat, like, get a smoothie or something. Like, it's a reminder self-care calendar, because it's like especially us, we do too much for, like, any healer, anybody that works with a large group of people, even your grandparent could be on this self-care calendar, because it's literally tapping back to you. Taking an extra 5-10 minutes in the shower, dressing up on Fridays when you go into work, wearing your best winter outfit. That shit got a ticket in the closet for 2 years. Wear that shit.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Either wear it or donate it and get you new clothing. But stop saying, I'ma wear that dress when I'ma wear that dress. As a Venus child and a proud daughter of Jemaya, I don't be waiting for special occasion. A special occasion is that I woke up today. So I'm going to do the most, and I'm going to dress up on a freaking Monday. And I'm going to put a full face of makeup on a Wednesday. I don't care. Then I can look like a bum on a Thursday too, because I don't give a damn. Because I know who I am. Okay, so but I don't be waiting.
But yes, do that self-care
I think I have one outfit in my closet that I haven't worn. Like, oh, I'm gonna wait for somebody's wedding. No, I go to Express and get me another outfit.
But yes, Madre, do that self-care challenge. That's definitely gonna be good for the community to tap back into that. Yeah.
I have to have a live. I want to tell my girls I'm moving the whole subscription thing from here, because I have Instagram had approved me for subscription, but Instagram has so many restrictions, or I would say the algorithm, that it's not giving. So I'm moving it to Patreon. I'm moving it somewhere else because it's not giving. Here, it's not giving. So I think I'm moving all the subscription stuff out of here. And here I'm just going to use for lives, for promotion, for, keep sharing my thoughts and, keep sharing my journey. But I need to, exactly what you were saying, I need to diversify when it comes to the social media platforms and stuff like that. In case one platform fails, I'm still secure in another one. So
I'm like, yeah, because there's a lot out there. There's a lot out there that it does take a lot of relearning, because we're so used to Instagram. But at the end of the day, it's easy, because if it's something that just started, you can catch on quickly.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm so grateful for you. Okay, so okay. So let's give everybody a recap for those that came late. Recap.
All right.
Let's start with Venus. What do we do? Like, what's up? Venus,
you're gonna
my
have to
mom.
take me down, because all right. So Venus is in Capricorn. It started, I think, last week on the 9th, or somewhere last week it started. It's gonna be in Capricorn for the next 3 weeks, and the main important thing for that is stepping up, leveling up your self-worth, and really tapping into your finances and beautying up your spot, and also starting to develop that self-worth within you. We also expressed about going into the new year, how Mercury is going to be in retrograde starting December 29th into the 2nd or second or third week of January. And that is our mental mind, restructuring our plans, not only in our finances, but again, that physical plan. If you need to, like, this is the time to say, if I need to have a journal for food, if you're an emotional eater, I am an emotional eater, and I'm saying it live now. I never said it before, but I love comfort food, and if I'm down and out, I might not eat as much as if I had anxiety. So I learned how to balance that out so that I can be able to satisfy those cravings. And so really write down what you're eating if you're an emotional eater. If you're someone who does not like to work out, get an accountability partner. This is the energy that a Capricorn is bringing, okay? So, yeah. The retrogrades are all going to be in earth signs next year, so tap into that. Pluto in March is going to go into Aquarius, and it's going to stay at 0 degrees. So you're going to, between March and let me give y'all, because it's back and forth. I just want to make sure. Hold on. So yeah, so it's back and forth in March, and then it goes in 2026. It immediately goes direct into Aquarius, and that talks about, and that one is big. You guys are gonna definitely go back and listen to the video, but really tap into what it is to be in community, what it is to learn more details on the internet, get certified on different aspects, tap into people to help you out with what you want to do. There is going to be destruction and rebirth, so expect things to crumble.
Changes. Whatever needs to go, go. That's the message I get here. Whatever needs to go, let it go. Don't hold on to unnecessary shit. Change is good.
Even family members, at the end of the day, things will come back to you. Things will come back to you should spirit put it back in front of you.
Okay. Wow. Whew, child. So we have a lot coming. We have a lot changing. We have a lot to just learning to be calm and move slow. That is, I'm gonna have to take a class of I don't know. You know what's that martial art that you go like super slow?
Oh my God, what's it called again? Oh, Tai Chi.
I think I'm gonna have to join a Tai Chi class to help me calm my ass down. Okay.
And meditation. I know people are like, oh, I don't want to sit down. Oh, I don't want to be namaste. You don't have to. Grounding. One way that I learned is walking my dogs. It got kind of boring, so I would, like, as I'm walking, I start speaking to the earth, and I'm grounding, and I'll start speaking to the trees. Yeah, so what? I'm weird, but I'm speaking to the trees. What up, tree? How you doing? Yo, fly for me real quick. I literally, because I get bored. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Dead ass be talking. And the birds. Why you eating a donut? Stop eating a donut. New York for you. So, you know, find ways to ground yourself. Find ways to meditate. You can listen to sound frequencies. The sound frequencies are amazing. We are sounds and numbers and light. That's literally what this human body is. So when you tap into, you don't have energy to cry. Put on a frequency that's gonna help you release some of that heart chakra, release some of that energy, and guarantee you cry in a second. You don't have to do this by yourself.
Listen, the other day it was time for me to release some things, and I was feeling like these walls were not giving. So even though it was cold as hell, I got very nice and warm, and I went to the park. There is a beautiful park not too far from my house, not even 2 miles. And I go to the park, and I just sat by the river / lake, because it's a river that turns into a lake. I just sat there. For some reason, I was just walking, and something was like, that's the sitting spot. And, you know, it just, the tree kind of went into the water. There was a thing that went into the water, and then it was a tree. So I sat there, and I just started talking. Something was like, just let it out. Let it out, because you don't have to deal with this by yourself. And if you don't have a physical person next to you helping you through this process, you have spirit and you have nature. So I started talking and just touching. I sat and I was touching the earth, making sure that I was touching the earth, and talking and just like releasing. And I couldn't help it. I had a whole and I needed it. It's been a while since I cried. I'm a very positive, upbeat person, always solution focused, da 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 da. But sometimes even people like me need a good cry, and I just like, released. Ooh, let it all out. I don't remember what, like taking my tears and throwing it to the water. Like, here, take them.
Yes.
So,
Sometimes that's all we need. Water is, and you just walk by any body of water and just talk. And y'all stop being afraid. Y'all making me say no. I don't want to talk to the water. It's there. Water is 70% of what we have inside. Like, we are water. Like, come on, tap
yeah,
in. No more afraid. No more.
yes.
No more.
Talk to the trees. I love talking to the trees. I'm a tree hugger. I love hugging trees.
Hello.
My children been seeing me. They grew up seeing me hugging. When they were little, they used to be like, "Mommy, look at a tree. Hug it, hug it." They used to taunt me about it. Now they join me sometimes. Sometimes they don't. It doesn't matter. I'm still a tree hugger.
Yes.
I learned to actually go into the woods and yell, just yell into a tree and let the tree take it down to the earth for me. When I'm dealing with a lot, when I'm dealing with too much, just yell and like let it out and let the tree take it down to the earth. Channel it for me to the earth. Sitting by a tree and putting my spine against the tree so it can help me take it. Just
That's
take
knowledge,
it.
straight knowledge. Just think about how long that tree has been there. I mean, honestly, they be waiting for us. Like, we're the ones that we act like we all that, like passing by the tree, like, oh, look at that tree. Oh, look at that. The tree is like, come hug me, baby. I've been waiting for you. Let me tell you what this tree has.
Me and my aunts, been one time, ay, me cogieron las hormigas, por
Ay,
Dios.
Dios mío. Salpica,
Me and
salpica,
my aunts
salpica.
been waiting on you, baby. Come hug me. Let me give you all this knowledge. And you do feel better after going into nature. You know what I had to learn? I had to learn that even in wintertime, even when it's snowing, it's okay for me to leave the house and go into nature, because even snow has knowledge to it, because it's water just in a different state, you know? So me connecting with snow too, it's also grounding, you know?
I never stop playing
Oh,
with snow. I don't care. I don't have no kids, but I got dogs, and they used to be my sled. Rah, tira there, and I used to with my boots, and I'll be outside. Listen, play with the snow. It, like she said, it's healing. Just think about how quiet it is when the snow drops. It's healing.
I know. And that moment right after it snows, before the cars start turning the snow into mud, that moment right after, like when you can see the white, and like it makes patterns, like depending on where it falls, and that everything is just still.
Purity.
Boom. And then, oh Lord, I
That's how you
had to
know we
learn
love
to
the
love
weather.
that.
We out here talking about the weather.
No, I had to adapt, because we Cubans, hello, this is not really what we
No,
grew up
no, I need the sun.
seeing.
I do need the sun.
Hello.
Bring me that.
So, I had to really adapt. Like, living here had taught me so much about myself, so much about adaptability, how resilient we are as human beings, how adaptable we are. Connection with nature. I get to see every single season here. Like, I can see the real seasons, fall, spring, and the difference between the seasons and stuff. Adapting my body to move with the seasons. Like, it's been a beautiful experience. It's been a beautiful experience. Maybe that's why I'm still up here. I haven't gone to down south to the heat.
Forever.
now I go now I go to Miami in the summer, and I feel overwhelmed. It's good for a week or so, but then I'm like, me voy de nuevo para mi campo.
It be like that.
Me voy de nuevo para mi campo. Bye bye. Oh my God. Okay, so anything else you would like to share with us about major transits for 2023?
All right, let me see. Jupiter. The
Oh,
Jupiter, the Madre said something important, working with the planets. The sigils, the symbols of the planets can be used to advance yourself. So really take that into consideration. Jupiter's going into Aries. So is it going into, no, is in Pisces now, going into Aries, and it's going to jump into Taurus. So that's the major part. So that's also expansion on our money and also the way we're structuring our self-worth. But it really is going to bring a lot of opportunities. So there's a lot of opportunities next year with Jupiter, even just moving from Pisces into Aries. Aries is about initiating. It's a fire sign.
Yes.
So
I am. Yeah.
So there's a lot. So that there is that whole gloominess of that Saturn and that Pluto, but Jupiter's coming in to like sweep up some of that goodness
To
and
offset.
yeah.
To offset the. Oh, okay.
So that's
So
that
we need to be
balance.
working.
Jupiter's that balance. So find out where Jupiter is in your chart, what area is helping you out in, so that you can maximize in that.
So we should be working with Daddy Jupiter and appeasing Daddy Saturn, moving slow with Pluto.
Get a notebook.
You know,
Get a
yeah,
notebook.
making sure that I'm pleasing everybody. I'm getting everybody's favor. I'm not trying to piss off nobody, okay? I want to go with the lessons. I'm not about to fight nothing. Whatever got to go by, whatever is coming, welcome.
No, because it gets overwhelming for the body after a while when you do the struggle. Like, we're not in struggle anymore. That's our ancestors. If you've been picked, which a lot of us have, and some of y'all running like I did, to clear up your ancestral lineage, this is it. This is what we're doing, and it's only going to get better from here. You just have to, like, pay homage. Do the damn work, pay homage.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy that you say that. I love that you say that. So I'm gonna piggyback right on what you just said, because a lot of us are taking our ancestral struggles as ours. Like, we should continue the struggle culture. And right now, it's okay for us to walk in ease. It's okay for us to claim the blessings, and it's okay for us to claim the luxury. And all we have to do is remember, but remember does not mean that we have to relieve the shit. Okay? Like, it's enough. They already struggle for us. I don't need to struggle now. And that's my reminder with them. Every time I sit in front of my boveda, every time I sit with Edgun, I'm like, I don't have to struggle like you did. You already did that for me. You paid the dues. Now I'm going to cash in the blessings, and with those blessings, keep giving you homage. You know, keep giving you honor and offerings and all the liquor you like and the flowers you like
and the
good shit you like.
Money and all of that, yep.
But I don't need to continue that inherited thinking that didn't serve them, because if not, they will not appoint me to break it. You know, and those generational patterns, I don't like to call it generational curses, but generational patterns that need to be broken.
Yep.
I don't need to continue that. And I don't need to glamorize the struggle culture. Why? I am tired of it. I renounce to the struggle culture. I no longer need struggle to compare to ease. I choose the path of ease.
The word right there, choose. We have choice, free will. Whatever we said in this video, at the end of the day, you have the free will to sit and do nothing, or you can go ahead and jump on the energy. Everything at the end of the day, you have control over. But for the most part, things will be shifting for you. What are you going to do?
Yes, and yes. Luz y progreso. Like, who? Yes. And I don't need to feel guilty for wanting a good life.
Not anymore.
Why? And I don't need to feel guilty for, you know, allowing myself to experience different stuff that, you know, because sometimes tradition is enslavement. Because they say things like, for example, stick to your own. With all the respect, for those of you that don't know me, I'm very controversial, and I don't have a problem being controversial. So I might not be the one for you, and that's okay. Welcome.
Exactly.
Hi and goodbye. So they said, stick to your own, right? Stick to your own. Stick right here. But a lot of the times you cannot heal where you got hurt. So you need to branch out. you know? And you cannot say you don't like something if you don't try it. So you cannot say you don't like Asian guys if you never had an Asian boyfriend before. Okay? Those, like my Filipino friend says, those that go Asian never miss an equation, and your credit score is about to go up. If you go Asian, it's because it said, once you go black, you don't turn back. Well, once you go Asian, you don't miss an equation. Okay? So it's okay to ask for more. It's okay to explore something else. It's okay to renounce to the struggle culture. And a lot of the times you do not heal where you got hurt. So you need to take a step away, try something new. It might be for you or it might not. And if it's not, it's okay. Go back to what's known to you. Go back to what's familiar. But not because culturally, that's not what we do. That's what we break in here. This is the age of Aquarius, okay? That's what we're breaking here. Oh, culturally, we don't mix and match with these people. Culturally, we don't do this and that. Culturally, well, how well have that worked for your family, the people before you? How well have that worked for you?
Doesn't seem too good. It's true, it's true. And Aquarius is about this unity. At the end of the day, we all have a soul. And if the soul is bringing you advancement, what are you going to do?
Exactly. So even when it comes to like business and stuff like that, a lot of people need to adopt new business models. If you wasn't into social media, you might have to get into social media. If you wasn't into podcasting, you might have to. Right now, it's a lot of ways that you can do it without even showing your face. Oh, I don't like being on camera. Okay. There is a lot of ways of not being on camera and still getting your message out there.
All them
people don't even need to see what you look like.
All them Amazon drop shipping and TikToks that people are not showing their face and they getting buku money. They ain't worried about that.
Exactly. And I'm just tired of having us, especially people like us with deep melanin, deep melanated people, the copper color people, right? I'm tired of seeing us getting stuck in the name of tradition, in the name of, oh, that's not what we used to. Oh, that's not what my family taught me. Well, it's time to unlearn, because how well has it worked? Okay? So and then see other people that are more adventurous and willing to try new things, thriving and doing good and snatching all those blessings that we could be snatching. But because, oh, stick to your own, oh, stay right here, oh, this is what is allowed for us to do. No, there is no limit. There is no limit. Oh, the sky is the limit. No. There is no limit. The limit is here. The limit is mental. And
so the last thing I'm going to say is remember that we are having a fight with our subconscious mind and our conscious mind. So it's really all within you. So the more that you decide to declutter your subconscious mind and bring it up to par, childhood trauma, that's the key to success is healing your childhood trauma. Healing, not healed. Healing, because it's ongoing. So be sure that you tap into that. Let go of the blame sandwich for the parents. It's hard. Yeah, our parents made us go through shit, but at the end of the day, we don't have to hold on to it anymore. We can let that go. We don't have to, we can accept that that's how they are, but we don't have to sit there and hold on to it. Don't hold on to it, because it's only you feeling the pain. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. And this is beautiful, because now we have people like you giving us these beautiful astrological resources. And if we cannot learn astrology, we can tap into you to guide us through the transits and ask you questions and stuff like that. We have people like Dr. Afi with his beautiful healing services that he does. And thank God, let me knock on wood, he gets it and he makes it available long distance. You can be anywhere in the world and still be, you got people like me, which is an ancestral advocate. I'm all about ancestral elevation, teach you how to elevate them, how to honor them without having to trauma bond with them, without having to take on their struggle, right? You have beautiful, people with a lot of ashe in their hands, willing to do energy healing on us and move some of the stagnant energy and stuff like that. So now it's just a matter of us getting out of our own way and actually being willing to be like, hey, Afi, I need your help. I need your services. Hey, madre, I think I can use one of those prediction readings. So you're going to let me know what your muerto says about next year. Hey, me ladies, my love, I think I need you to tell me what's up with these transits, you know, and really get out of our own way and tap into this new era, because it is a new era. There is a lot of resources out there.
Yep. I tapped into Madre. I have a few people that I tap into because I do myself need guidance. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yo, lo puedo hacer todo sola. I can't do everything by myself. I told Madre, I'm a runaway spiritual worker. Like, I run away from these things and they still come back to me. And then eventually I have to give in and do the work. So, you know, don't be like my ladies that run away. Do the work. Do the work, because it could be 6 years from now and it's gonna catch you. That happened to me before. At 1 minute they tell me something, 6 years, I'm like, I'm not doing it. Then they like, ven pa atrás, mi hermana, que we got you. So it's all an involvement, you know.
It is. It is. I'm just so proud of you. I have to thank you again publicly for just being out here with me. You know, just getting out of your comfort zone to be here. I want to say thank you for all the support that you gave me last couple of weekends when I was in New York. Thank you so much. And for what's to come, because I know a lot of beautiful things are on the way. This is not it. Okay. We are not done.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for them to invent teleportation so I can just teleport to Cali, see Dr. Rafi for lunch, and then teleport again to like, okay, yes, back. So, because these long flights be killing me though, but it's okay. I'll sacrifice. I'll do it. So, oh my God. Okay, so what's next on Milady's plan? What can we expect from you? What can we expect to see? How are you gonna? I mean, if it's a surprise and you cannot say, it's okay. But if you can share,
I'm actually one of those people that is and does the same thing. What I like to do at the end of the year, actually, which is funny, I tend to not know that I'm working with the planners, but I end up the 29th, which I planned last year. Last year on the 29th, I do like an end of the year cleansing where it comes once a year and I share how to cleanse your aura, how to detect and, you know, where your holes are at in your auric field, how you can use different type of tools throughout the year. And then I end it with a Reiki session. I'm a Reiki master. So I ended with a Reiki session, a distance Reiki. So I'm not near you, but I'm far away and I'm releasing all this energy with my Archangel Raphael, you know.
yes.
But for the most part, I normally blog. I'm a blogger. And I love to have fun. Like, I do funny videos. I don't mind getting out my comfort zone to make funny videos because I got my German, my third house is packed. So I'm a funny person. I should have been a comedian. But I'm on Buy Me a Coffee. That's a platform that I use where I do blogging. I talk about, like, anything that I'm coming up with is on Buy Me a Coffee. I use that as the way to go because it's much easier to find everything. And every so often, I do a weekly transit.
Question. So in that platform, Buy Me a Coffee, which I'm going to go research it right away.
I was going to tell you that, Mom. I was going to hit you up and I was going to tell you about
it's the same name, Galactic.
Yes. Galactic Hood Buddha. And once you go to my bio, I have everything there. But Buy Me a Coffee is great for I have memberships there. You guys can look at that as well. Mom, definitely look into Buy Me Coffee. You're gonna love it. Yes. And there's memberships there that I have where I tap into astrology, where I once a month I send some information so you guys can get into astrology and, you know, little by little inch your way into that because it's long term. One day you know what Venus is, the next day you don't know what Venus is, like, you know.
That's beautiful. Thank you for that. So I'm going to look into Patreon. I'm going to look into Buy Me a Coffee and create community there too.
Yes.
Somebody told me So somebody told me this other website. I forgot, but as soon as I remember, I'll let you know so that you can get into that as well. Girl, listen, right now it's so many ways. By the way, for my girls, we do not since we're talking about Jupiter and money and Venus and upgrading and Venus in Capricorn, get your money right and stuff like that. There is a lot of ways to make money now online. Okay. Without having to show your cutie cat. So you guys know, as a daughter of Venus with my Libra sun and my Lilith in Leo.
Ooh.
I'm big into anything sexual, anything risky, anything unorthodox. I don't care. I don't judge. Those of you that have been following me for a while know that I was into BDSM for a long time. I was a dominatrix. I had a couple subs and I had fun. That was me exploring my Lilith in Leo. It was a beautiful 6 months and then I got retired. But I'm not into that anymore. But shit, if you want me to peg you, I'm still here. Remember what I learned.
But you explored it. That was the main important thing. A lot of times people don't even get the chance to when they store that inside. And then if it's
no. I went all the way in. I was like, oh. Once I discovered that my Lilith was in Leo, it was easier for me to understand why I had such a kinky mindset. Because I'm like, okay, so I'm not crazy. It's here. It's in my stars.
Hello.
It's in my birth chart.
Yep.
This is my nature. So I need to master it instead of suppress it. So I did, right? I did. And it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. What I liked the most is like, I didn't have to give my body, you don't have to touch me, but I'm doing stuff and I'm getting paid. So shit, talk about empowerment. Imagine walking into a room, right, where there is a judge or a lawyer, because they are the majority of the people that love this type of shit, right? And you are a 5'2" woman, black woman at that, and they calling you my mistress, my goddess, and you're like, shut up! Don't look at me and my eyes when I'm talking to you. Look down, and they go. It's a power trip. Talk about empowerment. Okay. And then you paying me to degrade you. Meaning, well, not really degradation, because they do get a high out of it and they enjoy it, but whatever. To me was wealth transfer. I don't need to beg for reparations when I know how to get that wealth transfer from your pocket to mine. Okay? So with that being said, guys, now there is a way of getting paid of plenty of fish where you go live when you're getting ready to go on dates, and your people that's there watching you live, they sending you roses, but that roses translate into cash. So
plenty of fish is
plenty of fish. Yes, plenty of fish have that feature now. And you can be like doing your makeup or eating food or whatever, and you're just going live, and men they very competitive. They start competing to try to get your attention and da-da-da. So that's another way for my girls that are out there, right? And you want to make some extra cash, create some type of, following and stuff like that. They have that service now, so take advantage of that. I'm not there, but I'm really considering exploring it, because I do go out often. So if you're looking at me while I'm getting my makeup done,
send me them roses. Right, send me them roses.
Shit. I don't gotta show you my body. I mean, if you want me to show you my body, you're gonna have to pay me more.
A little shoulder, that's it.
We take commissions, but shit, you're gonna have to pay. Because this cost.
Dinerito, este es oro, este es oro.
Oye. Esto tiene sazón. Esto tiene sazón de Cuba, original, azúcar.
Original.
No me joda. So I just wanted to share that with the girls, because I know some girls right now kind of like struggling and kind of figure it out what to do and stuff and da-da-da. Explore, do your research. You have Google. Google is your friend. Google is your friend.
And YouTube.
How can I make money from home?
Everything that I've learned is on YouTube. everything that I've done so far in my life has been just tapping into what would happen if I do this. That's how I got to where I've been. And YouTube has been a major part. All the creators out there, people are literally like spilling beans on how to make money on YouTube. It's like, it's an overflow. I literally got a notebook on how to make money, and don't tap into 50% of it, but I got a whole notebook because I'm on YouTube. Just like, don't mind me. All right. First of all, guys, I got my my moon is in Gemini and my Capricorn is rising. So I'm siempre estoy leyendo, escribiendo por gusto alguna vez.
No, because you're like a sapiosexual. Your is knowledge.
Yes.
Knowledge, intelligent conversation. I can imagine that you get bored from people quick if they cannot keep you engaged mentally, if they cannot keep you stimulated mentally.
Like, don't talk to me about how's my hot chocolate or the weather, because I mean, I'll take you there. Oh, the hot chocolate was made by this person who was sitting behind the counter that day, because now what am I going to tell you about my hot chocolate, you know?
Yeah, you like smart conversation. You like smart. I like that. I like that. So you're the person to really like, if you know what, because Aquariuses, they love these like out of the norm conversations, extraterrestrials and conspiracy theories and stuff like that. So somebody with you with the moon in Gemini would be the perfect person to sit down with an Aquarius and just have some crazy ass
Those
conversations.
are my besties. Aquarius are like I'm surrounded by Aquarius. Like Aquarius is, and plus they're about to take us to the next level. So I guess that's when I know ellos también, rub their backs, meditate them, tell me what the downloads are.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. This was so amazing.
Yes. I appreciate you. I'm so grateful.
I'm grateful for you. Thank you, because I'm just grateful that you were able to, you're with the shits. I was like, lady, come on, let's go live. Okay. When so
and
I am
it's
so
funny to
grateful.
be on the other side, because like I said, in 2021 I was doing a lot of interviews on people and push them out of their comfort zone and things like that. So like I said, when you asked me, I was like, oh, okay, so y'all waited a whole year, Spirit? The hell? But again,
now it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready to tap in. I have I can't hide no more, so tap into me, come after me, I'm ready.
Yes. So to my followers that don't follow her, please do, so you guys can go ahead and be updated whenever she has her astrology courses, and whenever she's doing like distant Reiki or energy work. Make sure that you guys, follow her and that you stay in tune with her, please. Thank you.
I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And follow me on TikTok. That's why I make you laugh a little bit deeper, and most of the times I'm there. But here on Instagram, I am tapping back into it because I have to. It's just like I have to. I left Instagram for a little bit, but I'm back.
I think we have to ride Instagram for the next 3-4 years that has left.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like maximize and use Instagram as a funnel to funnel people to other platforms. By the way, with that being said, if you are here and you haven't subscribed, I'm not really doing much on my YouTube, but I went live on YouTube yesterday. So if you're here and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please go subscribe. The link is in my bio. If you are here and you haven't purchased your cleansing kits to watch your spiritual ass before the year is over, please go ahead and get you your cleansing kit. It's full of goodies for you, okay? If you are here and you haven't booked your prediction reading for next year, go ahead and book your prediction reading, sweetie. Sweetie. Honey, me love you long time. Why are you doing this to yourself? Just... Ay, Dios mío, es que no me entienden, que yo lo que quiero es lo mejor para ellos. No es que no me entienden, mi lady, no me entienden.
No, es que no te van a atender hasta que estén arrastrando en el piso y después están diciendo, madre, ven, una pierna Messi.
Then they're talking about, oh, I didn't know you have cleansing kits. Niña, I've been promoting it for the past 2 weeks. It comes with a cleansing bath, concentrated, written instructions. Mira, aquí mismo, todo escrito para que, mira cómo está, todo escrito y detallado para que no te me pierdas. Okay, ra, 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 ra. Boom. Cleansing bath. Un baño brecamino, un baño dulce. So, amargo y dulce. Bitter and sweet. So, 2 baths you get. You get a blessed candle, a house blessing candle. You get un saumerio. Mi amor. Pero me boté con el saumerio, para que te entere. Mandé a buscar, English. I sent for the myrrh from Israel. Mayan copal from the Mayans. Mayan copal, like this big, beautiful.
Yeah.
Man, it smells, ay bendito. Y frankincense de la India, because they are the ones. It's so good that this frankincense is medical grade, that you can consume it. Because, you know, in India, they consume frankincense too, and frankincense oil and stuff like that. So good, great shit. And I mix with a couple more things. So you can burn it over charcoal and cleanse your house, your space. Abre la ventana, la puerta, o sea, era cosa rica. Oh, y le estoy mandando también. I'm also sending ashes, and I explain how to use the ashes de 21 palos. Ceniza 21 palos, para que se limpien el exorcismo. No, pero para que empiecen el año, pero limpio. No.
Espérate, voy a buscar mi dinero esta semana. No. Tap in.
No, and the ashes came from the Amazonian forest. My dad did it himself. My dad did the ashes himself.
Thank you, Dad.
With 21 different, you know, palos and I explain everything, how to use it step by step. Easy to do. And I'm just trying for people to start 2023 with a clean slate, clean energy, aura, renew, refresh. And because 2022 has been heavy for a lot of people. Okay? Heavy. Yes, spiritual exfoliation.
Listen.
Yes.
Rubbing the aura.
Hasta que la cucaracha no estén grabadas en donde eso no da. Mira, I'm telling you, Afi, oh my God, I tried. Then people talking about, I still have people. Me ladies, you see how much I promoted the Witches and Wine event. I have people come to me talking about, oh my God, you were in New York? Really? Oh my God, I missed you. And I understand that people are not on social media all the time and stuff like that, and that the algorithm don't be showing certain things.
I found out through an email. That's how I found out about the witches.
Because I did an email campaign to whoever is subscribed to my website. Right. So everybody got an email that is subscribed. But a lot of people, they go to my website, they purchase, but they don't subscribe. They don't sign, you know, they don't sign up. So they didn't know that I was in New York, and I have people already still crying, talking about, oh, I missed you.
Mi hermano, that's it. Next time, va a haber otro, no te preocupes.
Next time. Pero see, if there is a content creator that you care about and the algorithm is not showing you in your feeds, go to their page.
Right.
Go to their page and, you know, hit couple clicks and likes and save some things and comment even with an emoji, so the algorithm switches and it starts showing you that page. Yep. Like, we have to move with the algorithm. At this point, we cannot fight it anymore.
No, it's to that point where the support, if you really want to continue to get into your space of learning and things like that, is really just going back into that creative stuff and really tapping in. I mean, I know I do that all the time. What this person said this week, because I know I'm not on there a lot. And again, not being a business owner doesn't really put you in that mindset, but being business owners, it put us in a mindset that we have to go into the people's pages.
Yeah. Yeah, like I haven't, like, I don't know what happened that my feed is not showing me a fee's page. But I'm gonna go to his page though, probably tonight, and stalk the shit. Like.
People scared to do that.
Comment, yes, pa. Ooh. So by tomorrow, a fee is in my feed. You know, I won't look at his story, even if I don't care, even if I just have it there playing and I'm not even looking at it. It's just so that the algorithm switches. But I get it. People have busy lives and stuff like that. I'll be back in New York soon. Make sure you catch me next time I go.
That's it.
That's it. Oh, thank you so much, mi hermana. Muchísimas gracias. Como dices tú, corazón a corazón.
Yes, heart to heart.
Ay, Dios mío, thank you so, so much. Like, you are amazing. And I speak blessings over your life. And I speak breakthrough, and I speak that your spiritual sneakers be put up so that you stop running, because we don't need you to run anymore. We need you to grow roots and stay with us. Stop running from us. We need you all here.
I'm down.
Tú me
Thank you.
entiendes.
Your words to the universe, and money blessings to you and your family as well. And yeah,
Likewise.
estamos ahí.
Likewise.
Thank you guys. I love you
Likewise.
guys for tuning in and just having me here.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Have a good night, everybody. Kisses, hi, blah, blah, blah.
Bye.
Ciao. Mwah. Thank you to the new followers. Thank you to the new followers. I have a few people from her page that follow me. We are going to do this again, of course, and I'm going to do it with other guests because that's what I do. So make sure that you check in often because we always have something going on around here. Right now, I haven't been live that often because December is a very busy month for me. I have the prediction readings. People are booking like this. Like today, I had 4 prediction readings plus this live. Tomorrow I have another 3 booked, and probably after today, somebody's gonna book me for tomorrow more. So, it is what it is. So, but we working, we're doing things, and I'm just so glad that you guys are here, part of the journey, part of the fuckery. And that's it, conéctate con la misión. Ay, Dios, pero te pones, Afi se pone de madre. Voy a conectarme con la misión en tu página ahora porque no me está saliendo en mi feed y no me gusta eso. No me gusta. Que a mí me gustan tus posts, a mí me gustan tus cosas y no. So, voy para tu página ahora mismo a conectarme. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. I speak blessings upon blessings upon blessings over your life. I have a class coming up January 15 with Cosmic now, with Prophet Cosmic, and it's conjuring with cigars. For those of you that have been asking me, because cigar, because you always see me, ¿se entiende? Conjuring with cigars with Cosmic January 15th. We have to post I think I put it on my story, but we haven't posted the official flyer, but that's coming soon. So, besos, abrazos y los quiero. Y los congos no te han dicho que llevo varios días diciendo, pero Grecia, ¿dónde está que me tienen? No, voy para allá ahora mismo. Voy para allá. No, I've been so busy, Afi. Oh my God. I've been so busy. I haven't even been I come to Instagram to post and let people know what I have going on. Hey, prediction reading. Hey, cleansing kits. Hey, y me voy. I really don't have the time. Like, I've been so busy. People have been booking me, and I'm so grateful. Thank you to all of you that have been booking. Thank you to all of you that have been, investing in yourself with the cleansing kits. I'm putting a lot of love and energy and time into that. And then yesterday was my son's birthday. He turned 12. So yesterday was no readings, nothing. Yesterday was just me and him and, having some mommy time. So, okay. What's the Shelby Golden Lion? I don't even know what that is. Oh, maybe you're not even talking to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I love and I appreciate you, and I'm going to see you guys hopefully soon. I know I'm going to see some of you on Zoom because you're going to book your readings and stuff like that, or I'm going to see your orders. Just know that your orders are being sent with a lot of ashe and a lot of love. Okay, because I'm enjoying this. I'm really, really enjoying this. I'm grateful because I'm in a way better place than I was last December. Last December was very, very, very tough for me. I had, a lot of losses last December. I'm just looking at myself 1 year later in this space. I'm doing so much. It's just refreshing. I love it. Okay. So Los quiero mucho, se me cuidan, los amo, que la bendición de San Miguel esté con ustedes, que los proteja, que los cura y que con su espada de victoria corte, ra, 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 todo lo malo y todo lo que no tiene que ir contigo para el 2023. H, H y H.